Anderson.
Hi there, I'm Glen Jarvis. I'm a longtime resident of this, living a block away. I did participate in establishing this C31. That's how long ago it was. I'm here to talk about the conditional use permits and the variances that are requested. There are 4 conditional use permits that are listed, and I believe there are at least that many more that will be required. We have general food sales. These really need to be analyzed on a 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week issue. And also, just on a jobs point of view, is this going to have your self-checkout as a new feature in this store? There are alcohol sales that will be 20 hours a day and 7 days a week. Will the parking that's proposed, will there need to be another conditional use permit if that becomes a fee parking area like Montclair Village has? The stores at the other stores, there's a restaurant that's proposed. That will need a use permit. If it serves alcohol, it will need another use permit. Is there any fast food that will be coming in? There's other reviews for outdoor seating, telecommunications, you name it. There could be a lot more than the 4 use permits that are stated that will be required. Another use permit that is required, it's stated is required, is the driveways that cross College and Claremont. You've already heard the comments on that. We have, the comment, College and Claremont is already in past applications been stated as a level E or an F. What does a 270% increase in floor area on this site, how does that affect that? Vehicles turning on and off of College into this site?
Thank you, Mr. Jarvis.
Can I talk about the variances?
No, sir. Your time.
Just a reminder that any comments can be submitted into the record in writing, too.
Okay, yes.
I'll mail it to you.
Also, it's important that you all know, and I don't know that we articulated it clearly, but we're going to be talking about this project moving forward a couple of times, and we'll be talking about the merits of it at least 2 more times. So, this is not the meeting where you need to go into the merits, or there'll be ample opportunity for you to have your say on that. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is John Gatewood. I'm a resident of Temescal, and I'm speaking on behalf of Ultra Urbanists for Livable Temescal Rockbridge area. Ultra agrees that the existing store and gas station must be replaced. These 2 relics from the auto-centric 1960s have no place in the small-scale urban village that Rockbridge has become. However, we have very strong reservations about Safeway's latest proposal, and we've already submitted our written comments that go into detail about those reservations, so I'm only going to talk about one of them tonight. One of Ultra's core beliefs is that we should be building communities that service the needs and the housing needs of all stages of life. And having said that, one of the project alternatives studied in this EIR must include a housing component. We think it is an excellent location for senior housing. This site has very good transit access, and it is in an aging community. Rockbridge is built out. There are very few locations where there's even the possibility of building higher density housing. This site is one of those rare locations. This project is an opportunity to do some strategic planning for the future of the neighborhood. We are sure that now and in the future there will be more and more residents who will want to remain in the neighborhood but no longer want the burden of maintaining a single-family home. Senior housing at this site would address this coming need. Furthermore, Safeway has already partnered with a housing developer at the Mission Bay development in San Francisco. They now have the experience of building a new Safeway with a housing component and the need to bring that experience to this site. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gatewood.
Hello, my name is Diana Duranson, and I hopefully will change the tone of this discussion a little bit because I really want to talk about some concerns I have with the environmental impact evaluation process and the point that we're at right now. I have detailed comments about the 3 areas that we were requested to submit information on, traffic, transportation, noise, and air quality. I'll submit those in writing, but with the limited time, I just want to focus on some potential weaknesses at this point that could really jeopardize the future of the whole environmental impact study. In the initial study, by excluding a number of areas for review, you'll get to a point later where you're going to have a draft environmental document that may be deficient and that may be challenged successfully in court. It is far wiser to have as expansive a view as possible of the potential for environmental impact so that your study is comprehensive and complete, and when you get to the point of wanting a record of decision, you actually get what you're looking for. And so it's just, I think you should instruct staff to err on the side of caution and to consider any issue that could potentially be found to have challenges. I think there's some potential deficiencies in the study itself where some sensitive receptors have not been identified to schools that are within half a mile of the project, the Shaw Anderson Dance Center immediately north of the project. Some items that were stated as no impact in the checklist were not explained in the discussion items, and that is a clear fault that without that discussion, the public and you cannot be certain that the no impact finding is justified and supported. There are a number of places where the explanation of the less than significant finding is not particularly well justified at this stage in terms of aesthetics, hazardous materials, land use planning, and public services, and you should correct those now. And you should expand the study to include addressing those issues so that you're not challenged later. Furthermore, the conditions that you attach as part of this initial study become binding on the project sponsor, and this is your only opportunity to address those issues now. If you exclude them here, there's no further opportunity to go back and make requirements on the sponsor in these environmental impact areas. Thank you.
Thank you. Would you read the next group of speakers?